Welcome to BNR. Welcome to a closer look at Liverpool battering Real Madrid at Anfield, something that has not been achieved by any Liverpool team for 15 years. The last Liverpool team to beat a Real Madrid side in the Champions League or any European competition was that 4-0 win at Anfield with Gerrard, with Torres, that elusive team that was so successful in that period from us winning the Champions League to 2005 to the period we made the final in 2007 to that absolutely thunderous victory over Real Madrid at Anfield. This Liverpool team under Arne Slot have made history, clawing back those defeats in Kiev, the defeat in the Champions League final in Paris, not being knocked out the Champions League for 3 consecutive seasons by Real Madrid. Liverpool have clawed it back. Maybe not to the level that we all expected. It's not a Champions League final. It is a group stage game, league phase now. But Liverpool beat Real Madrid. And not only have they beaten Real Madrid at Anfield, they have beaten the European champions, some people's favourites, including mine, for this competition. But Liverpool were outstanding. From minute 1 to minute 90, a completely controlled performance from Arne Slot's men, who I don't think gets the credit he deserves for what he has been able to implement in such a short space of time. Arne Slot is him. Arne Slot is the best manager in the world, and Arne Slot has Liverpool on course for a Premier League and Champions League. 5 wins out of 5 for Liverpool in the Champions League, beating the likes of AC Milan at the San Siro, Leipzig away, Bologna, Bayer Leverkusen, the current Bundesliga champions who went invincible last season in their domestic league. And now the European champions, a team that's caused Liverpool so many problems in recent history. And Arne Slot came out and put them to the sword. And it was monumental. No matter what anybody says, how they like to discredit Real Madrid have had injuries. Liverpool are also suffering with injuries. No, the likes of Alisson not involved. The likes of Diogo Jota not involved. And yes, Federico Chiesa also not involved. Some may say he has not played anything for Liverpool this season, but he is still an option for Liverpool. No Trent Alexander-Arnold involved. Yes, he was on the substitute bench, but not fit enough to play. But Liverpool were able to get the job done. And that is the most important thing. At this stage of the season, to play like that against the European champions has sent a marker down European football. Liverpool were dominant, Liverpool were brilliant, and Liverpool currently sit top, yes, top of the Champions League phase, which if anyone told me in August, even in September, that come near enough December, Liverpool will be top of both the Champions League and the Premier League, I think a lot of people would have called you daft. But what can you say about Arne Slot? He is a manager who has come into a job where a lot of fingers were being pointing at him. Obviously, the talk about Xabi Alonso, Ruben Amorim, different types of managers that were expected, per se, to be the Liverpool manager. But Arne Slot has come in, he has set the tone, and he has set it beautifully. To end the era from Jurgen Klopp was very sad and very difficult to do. But he has made the transition from Klopp to Slot a clean and simple one. And that is testament to the man and the manager that Arne Slot is. He's not needed £100 million superstars. He's not needed signing after signing like some coaches have. All he has needed is belief, and he has implemented his style of play on a group of players who he believes can go on to do big things. And I think Arne Slot is the best manager in the world. And I don't think anybody at this moment can dispute that. Some will say it's only November, it's only December. But the fact of the matter is, Liverpool are top of the Champions League. Liverpool are top of the Premier League. And they have beaten the European champions comfortably at Anfield 2-0. and it could have been a lot worse. Liverpool were utter dominant. The likes of Ryan Gravenberch, the likes of Alexis McAllister, who I thought was outstanding, and he's just been named, by the way, in the UCL Champions League Team of the Week, and it's testament to how well he has been doing for Liverpool over the last 18 months or so. He's had questions, Alexis McAllister, this season. Oh, he's not playing to the level he was playing under Jurgen Klopp. He's playing a completely different role, much deeper than we might have seen under Klopp. Yes, he played the number 6 role, but this season he has sat in the double pivot with Ryan Gravenberch. There's some games where he's progressed the ball forward. There's some games he's sat in the double 6 position when Ryan Gravenberch swept forward, just how we saw at Old Trafford. But Alexis McAllister, in that second half, when Arne Slot made the tweak to push Connor Bradley into the right half spaces, normally positions you associate with the likes of Harvey Elliott, Curtis Jones, Dominic Szoboszlai. When Connor Bradley was in those positions, it then allowed Alexis McAllister to push further up. And that's where the goal came from. 2 of Liverpool's best players last night were involved in a brilliant victory for Liverpool. And needless to say, that Liverpool are flying, Liverpool are winning, and long may it continue. Arne Slot has now managed 18 games in all competitions. Somebody may correct me on that. He has got 17 wins, 1 draw, and 1 defeat. The only defeat Arne Slot has suffered in his tenure at Liverpool is that game against Nottingham Forest. But I don't want to look too deep about other games. I want to talk about this game. Liverpool controlled Real Madrid from minute 1. I thought the goal that we scored in the first half, obviously the first half we had chances, the likes of Darwin Nunez getting in behind. We were cutting Real Madrid apart with ease, and all the best chance of the game came to Liverpool. But Real Madrid, they sat in a 4-4-2 block. They sat in a block and they tried to play Liverpool in the counter. And there was times where Liverpool lost the ball at the edge of the box and Real Madrid were trying to counter onto that. Also, the likes of Goulet, Mbappe, Brahim Diaz looked very threatening at times on the break. But the likes of Connor Bradley, the likes of Andrew Robertson, the likes of Virgil van Dijk, the likes of Ryan Gravenberch and Ibu Konate, who have been 2 of Liverpool's best players this season, dealt with that situation very well. And I think Arne Slot made the tweak that I just spoke about, where in the second half, he pushed Connor Bradley into the right half spaces, left Ryan Gravenberch right in the middle. So Liverpool were in more of a 4-1-5. With Alexis McAllister pushing up, with Salah, with Diaz, with Nunez, and Connor Bradley in that position. It just was so impressive from Liverpool. And I think this is testament to how good of a footballer Ryan Gravenberch is. His touch, his long legs, his ability to drive with the ball, his tackle, his jewels, everything you want from your number 6, especially in this Arne Slot system. Ryan Gravenberch gives you to a T. Now, I spoke about Ryan Gravenberch yesterday. I think at times he can be, a bit reckless. He can get caught with a foul. So he got a very early yellow card. But his maturity to not make many other fouls in that match, I think is just testament to how well he has done in this role, especially against probably the best European team that we've ever seen in Real Madrid. And I know Real Madrid have their injuries. I know they're missing key personnel, but it doesn't take the fact that he's playing against the likes of Jude Bellingham, Luka Modric, Fede Valverde when he pushed into that midfield area. These are top European winning caliber midfielders who have all won Champions Leagues and trophies wherever they've been. And Ryan Gravenberch held his own. It's just testament to how good of a footballer he is becoming under Arne Slot. Big part last season, number 8, number 10, number 6. But Arne Slot has grabbed him by the scruff of the neck and said, I want you to be the dictator and the orchestrator in my team. And he is doing it to a T. Yes, maybe helped with the likes of Alexis McAllister who have played that role. Yes, the likes of Curtis Jones. But you cannot take anything away from the elegance, the brilliance, and the superbities of this brilliant midfield magician that we have in the center of our midfield. In that number 6 position, Ryan Gravenberch has been the best midfielder in European football this season. And I don't think anybody, not myself, not you as rival fans, whoever's watching around the world, can take that away from him. What a signing. But what does it mean for Liverpool? Liverpool are flying. Real Madrid at the moment, I think everybody expects them to have a bounce back. I think they are in a difficult position, as are Manchester City and some of the bigger European teams. I know Arsenal have had a bit of a comeback in the last 2 matches, but Real Madrid are in trouble. They've been absolutely battered in the Clasico. They're already trailing in La Liga. Manchester City, very, very similarly, who we play on the weekend, are already 9 points behind Liverpool. 8, I believe. 8 points behind. 8 or 9, because it will be 11. So yeah, 8. Yeah, 8 points behind Liverpool. Those are two of the teams I thought were going to cause Liverpool the most problems this season. And Liverpool have comfortably beaten one of them. Injury riddled or not, Liverpool are missing the likes of Jota, Alisson, Chiesa, like I said before. But to do that to Real Madrid, the psychological factor in doing that, in such a statement victory at Anfield against a team that are current European champions, I think you can't undermine how impressive Arne Slot was able to demonstrate his tactical nous and his tactical flexibility with those changes and with that performance against Real Madrid. It's just testament. You've got the likes of Kylian Mbappe who are struggling. I know he missed a penalty yesterday. He's not had the greatest season, but we all expect a bounce back. They're missing Vinicius Jr. Same with Mo Salah. Wasn't his greatest Liverpool performance, but he's been exceptional all season. And needless to say, Liverpool are flying. Liverpool are winning, and long may it continue. Big game on the weekend. Real Madrid have their own worries. Liverpool have concerns. Let's not completely act like it's completely okay. Liverpool do have concerns, a few injury problems. Conor Bradley, Ibu Konate are also out. And I think Liverpool, if they lose Konate, especially if we lose Konate, I think that could be a bit of a concern, because I thought he was exceptional yesterday, and I don't like that. Because again, people will say, oh, he's injured again, but the context is important. He has kept himself fit and available for the majority of the season. Any injury that he has had this season, same as Diogo Jota, and people only look at the past when they have to look at the now. Their impact injuries, nothing you can do about those, so we just have to hope for the best. Slot did confirm Jota should be back in training very, very soon. Chiesa is back training with the first team, i.e. so is Alisson and so is Trent. So let's see where that takes Liverpool. Big game on the weekend. Real Madrid beaten at Anfield. All I can say is fear Liverpool. Keep doubting us. Keep saying we haven't played anyone good. Keep saying that Liverpool are not up there to challenge for the league title. We're going to fall off, because we want you to doubt us. We want to be doubted, because we are moving in silence. We're beating teams left, right, and centre, where other teams are struggling, to Bournemouth and Brighton and Tottenham and Newcastle and Inter Milan, and we're going and playing AC Milan at the San Siro and putting them away. We're beating Leipzig. We're beating the likes of Manchester United at Old Trafford, regardless of their circumstances. Liverpool might not play a more difficult game this season than United away in terms of how big the fixture is, regardless of their circumstances. Real Madrid at Anfield. Some teams have not beaten Real Madrid. Some teams don't beat Real Madrid at all, regardless of their situation. Liverpool were able to demonstrate their quality in such a short space of time in this Arne Slot tenure, especially with all the noise about Mo Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Virgil van Dijk's contract. It doesn't look like this team is pushing off the boat. It doesn't look like this team is holding any weight. It looks like this team is on course for something even greater. Liverpool batter Real Madrid at Anfield. Liverpool batter basically every team they play. Slot's Reds are on fire and are on course for a Premier League title. Who knows what can happen in the next few months, but I'm pretty confident that if Liverpool keep playing this way, there's not a team in European football that can touch them. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, PSG, Arsenal, Manchester City, you bring them all on. Liverpool keep on winning. Bye for now.